You know somebody moves the needle when people are willing to pay ginormous amount of money, a massive amount of money, to see Caitlin Clark play ball. And some of these ticket prices for these games against the Sky and the Wings are pretty unbelievable and pretty eye-opening.
Want to see Caitlin Clark play live? Better refinance your house. Ticket prices for her 2025 WNBA games are skyrocketing so fast it's not even funny anymore. We're talking over $3,000 just to sit courtside at a regular season game.
That game, May 17th, Chicago Sky, $3,322 and $3,460.
That's right, $3,000 for a regular Tuesday night matchup against Angel Reese and the Chicago Sky. The crazy part is that the seat might be gone by the time you finish this video.
Number 22 from Indiana. I mean, makes history quite a lot. Makes history an awful lot. And she's after making history again.
This isn't just a hype bubble. This is a full-on economic phenomenon. Caitlin Clark isn't just bringing attention to the WNBA. She's bending the entire ticket market around her.
I think it's all about money, marketing, and we cannot deny what Caitlin Clark has done for the women's game. I'm not going to act like it's something that we don't see.
And while the league celebrates the financial boom, fans are split. Some are cheering from luxury boxes. Others, they're watching from home, priced out and pissed off. One thing's for sure, women's basketball has never seen anything like this. And love her or hate her, Clark is dragging the league into a whole new era, one jaw-dropping ticket price at a time.
That is crazy work. All right, I mean, Caitlin is just breaking all kind of records at this point, man. Still breaking records before we even get into year 2.
But that's only the beginning, because what Caitlin Clark is doing to the WNBA's business model, yeah, it's starting to break the system. Let's call it what it is, the Caitlin Clark effect.
She's had a huge effect called the Caitlin Clark effect. Yes, have we ever had teams have to get into larger arenas to play against a team? No, we have not. So if we have more eyeballs on the game and Caitlin Clark brings that, why would we feel some kind of way?
In just over a year, Caitlin Clark has taken the WNBA from niche conversation to mainstream obsession. She's not just boosting attendance, she's rewriting what value looks like in women's sports. Before Clark, WNBA tickets were accessible, often discounted, and rarely cracked triple digits. Now, they're inching toward NBA Finals prices, and it's happening in every city she visits.
Keep in mind, the closer we get to these games, the higher the prices are going to go up.
And here's the wild part. The league didn't force this. The teams didn't force this. The market did. People are literally lining up to pay thousands to be in the same building as Caitlin Clark.
All right, people were willing to pay massive amounts of money above the actual ticket value, original ticket value, to get in and watch Caitlin Clark play ball.
What used to be a family outing is turning into an investment decision, and that's what happens when one player becomes bigger than the league she plays in.
And I'm so glad that we're finally just, I don't know if admitting it is the right word, but they're finally acting on it. And you guys, I'm happy that they're acting on it, because this news is not only just good for the Indiana Fever and Indiana Fever fans, it is good for the entire WNBA.
But you haven't even seen the receipts yet. Let's break down just how insane these prices are and how fast they're rising. Let's talk numbers. Real, jaw-dropping, wallet-emptying numbers.
August 22nd against the Lynx. Look at this, folks. And there are tickets available that are $945 each already.
August 22nd, Fever versus Lynx, $945, and that's months out.
That's a game a hell of a long way off. 3 months, well, 4 months away.
July 13th, Fever versus Wings, $1,900 for a single seat.
July 13th, Dallas Wings at Indiana Fever, $1,901.
May 17th, Fever versus Sky, Angel Reese matchup, $3,322 and $3,460.
That game, May 17th, Chicago Sky, $3,322 and $3,460.
Yes, nearly $3,500 to watch two rising stars battle it out, and against the New York Liberty, $3,433 for courtside.
New York Liberty at Indiana Fever, Look at this. $3,433.
These aren't one-offs. These are consistent patterns across multiple cities. Whether it's Angel Reese, Paige Buchers, or Brianna Stewart on the court with her, when Caitlin's name is on the schedule, everything inflates.
And of course, most of these teams have already moved games to bigger arenas. You know, because they know what to expect when Caitlin Clark comes to town.
It's not just resale either. Primary ticketing platforms are leaning in. Teams are setting prices higher up front because they know the demand is guaranteed. But it's not just prices rising. Teams are starting to realize they need more seats. A lot more seats. Here's what teams across the WNBA are learning fast.
Such star power on those teams, it's really no surprise they're atop the list for the most games available for you to check out on a national scale. The Fever, they lead the league with 41 games here, followed by the Aces 33, the champion Liberty at 32.
5,000-seat gyms don't cut it anymore. When the Fever come to town, venues suddenly aren't big enough.
And for the first time in history, WNBA games will be played in the United Center. The Chicago Sky will host the Indiana Fever at the UC.
So what do? They upgrade fast. Dallas Wings shifted games to 20,000-seat NBA arenas. Chicago Sky relocated 2 games to the United Center because Wintrust Arena couldn't keep up.
The largest attendance at a Sky game ever happened in 2016 at Allstate Arena with more than 16,000 fans. While the United Center can fit more than 20,000, so more fans can get in on the action.
Atlanta Dream conveniently discovered scheduling conflicts and moved their Clark matchup to State Farm Arena. Nobody's pretending anymore. These moves are all about one thing, the Clark economy. If Caitlin's on the ticket, you'd better add 10,000 more seats or watch the resale market explode. And this is all happening before the All-Star break. But not everyone's clapping, because while ticket sales soar, the voices of frustration are getting louder and more personal.
They've got a new thing now on Caitlin Clark that they're mad about. Now they're pissed off because people are willing to pay up to see Caitlin Clark.
The energy around Caitlin Clark is electric, but it's also divisive. Longtime WNBA fans, many of whom supported the league during its hardest years, are now feeling shut out. Prices are too high, seats are sold out, and suddenly, the league they once felt part of is moving on without them.
But that's crazy, folks. I mean, you're talking about a hell of a lot of money on ticket prices for these games.
Some fans are angry, others are heartbroken, and a few are turning on Clark, blaming her for the very success they once prayed the league would find. It's become a war between celebration and resentment. On one side, she's saving the league. On the other, she's selling it out. And at the center of it all, a rookie with a jump shot and a jet stream of demand behind her.
There's some for $500. Get them while you can. Good grief.
Underneath the headlines, a deeper tension is building, a class war inside the WNBA. The league was once known for its accessibility, working class fans, families, schools, all part of the core audience. But now, with ticket prices surging, many of those fans are being pushed to the sidelines. The backlash has been brutal. Viral tweets, rants on Reddit, and the loudest message? This league used to be for us. The Clark effect is sparking real conversations about equity, access, and whether the WNBA is trading its roots for revenue. And honestly, it's a valid concern. Growth is great, but if the people who built the foundation can't afford to see it flourish, something's broken. And things are starting to turn ugly, because this isn't just about money anymore. It's about pride, identity, and who the game is really for.
Y'all can watch at home. Maybe you can catch some games on the antenna if you turn the rabbit ears in the right direction, okay?
It started as a joke. Better catch the game on your cabinet TV. Now, it's hitting harder than anyone expected. Some fans are mocking others for being too broke to afford tickets. Others are posting screenshots of $3,000 seat listings, like trophies, and all of it is feeding into a culture of division.
A lot of their no jobs having asses, they can't afford to go to games anymore.
One viral clip even joked that Clark priced the retards out of the WNBA, a disgusting statement that proves just how toxic the discourse is becoming. What was once a celebration of women's sports is now turning into a class-based battlefield. Caitlyn, she's not the one creating it, but she's definitely caught in the crossfire. And if this sounds familiar, that's because we've seen this movie before, just in a different league. What we're watching isn't just a breakout rookie season, it's the NBA-ification of the WNBA. Think LeBron in 2003, think Steph Curry when the Warriors started selling out every arena on the road. Now fast forward to 2025, and you'll see the same blueprint playing out in real time. Teams chasing ticket spikes, TV networks reshuffling, schedules, entire cities rearranging events to make room for one player.
So, like, the non-Caitlin Clark games continue to rise. They don't rise to the level of Caitlin Clark games, but the non-Caitlin Clark games continue to rise, and people keep fighting over the context. And the way I've tried to put this is there is no with and without Caitlin Clark. It's not like it does this with Caitlin Clark, it does this without Caitlin Clark. It's all in conjunction with Caitlin Clark. I mean, it's common sense, right? That when a whole bunch of new people join, in large part because of Caitlin Clark, they then get interested in other things. They then start following other teams. And the platform then becomes bigger for new stars to rise.
Clark is the WNBA's first true global superstar, and the ripple effects are massive. But here's the catch. The NBA has decades of infrastructure to handle this kind of fame. The WNBA doesn't, yet. So while the league grows fast, the cracks are showing faster. And at the center of this storm, a 23-year-old who just wanted to hoop.
Wheeler, Clark launches, hits a three!
Caitlin Clark was crowned Rookie of the Year. She led the league in assists and three-pointers. She became the face of a franchise and the focus of every opposing game plan. But now she's being cast as something more, a symbol of the league's shifting identity. She's not just a player anymore, she's a flashpoint, a business model, a lightning rod for praise and criticism alike.
If ESPN videoed a Caitlin Clark workout, it would have averaged more viewership than Rivals. Like, I mean that. Like, it genuinely is, it's scary, this type of hype. Like, I thought it was gonna die. I literally thought it.
Some say she's the hero women's basketball needed. Others say she's the reason fans can't afford to bring their daughters to the games anymore. And through it all, Clark hasn't changed. She's still showing up, still balling out, still taking the heat and carrying the hype. But it's time to ask the real question. Is this growth sustainable? Or are we watching a superstar burn too hot, too fast? There's no debate anymore. Caitlin Clark is the most impactful athlete the WNBA has ever seen. She's breaking records, breaking arenas, and breaking the ticketing system all at once. The money's flowing, the lights are brighter, and for the first time, the entire sports world is locked in on the WNBA. But behind the flash and fanfare, a warning light is blinking. If the league can't balance accessibility with stardom, if it keeps pricing out the fans who kept it alive through the lean years, it risks turning its greatest blessing into a future backlash. So yes, the Clark effect is real, but whether it becomes the league's launchpad or its dividing line, that's still up to the WNBA to figure out. Comment down below if you were interested in going to a Fever game and if these ridiculous prices are too much. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.